Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Edwin the Comic Jabroni coming at you. Today is March 7th of 2019. It's the day after New Comic Book Day, but it is the day that I release my New Comic Book Day pickups and my reviews for you guys. This week was a heavy week for me. I didn't think I was going to be going all out, but I bought 17 books, guys. So in my reviews today, I want to let you know right now that out of the 17, I was only able to get to 13 or 14 reads. So some of them you're just going to have to wait until Coast to Coast on Saturday. I can give you a little bit of a review on those days. But everything else I read through. I will give you just a little synopsis about the book. Here's your spoiler warning. There might be a little bit of spoilers in there. I try not to do that. But just to give you an overall feel of the book so that maybe when you go to your comic shop, you decide, maybe I want this book, maybe I don't. Also, this week, when I went to my local comic shop, there was a book up there on the wall that I told myself I really want that book. It's been a book that I've been looking for a while, and my buddy Mike, who owns the shop, gave me a really good deal on the book, and that is DC Comics Presents 26. As you can see there, that is the first appearance of Cyborg, Raven, and Starfire. It is a beautiful book. I've been looking for this, like I said, for a long time. Want to get it in my collection. Now it is. It is in immaculate shape. This is definitely a contender for slabbing. Really want to send that book out. So excited to get that in the collection. I also went by the back issue bins and was able to find another copy of Immortal Hulk number 6. This one isn't as key as any of the other, as the other Immortal Hulks, but with this series just taking off like crazy, every book in, in this series is going to be worth getting at least 2 or 3 copies of. So I was happy to get a first print of Immortal Hulk number 6. Now, it is the first video in March. As you guys know, I do my giveaways on my first video of the month. So wait until the very end. I'm going to show off what books I'm going to be sending out to a lucky subscriber. And I'll give you the question of the month. So we'll talk about that later. Let's first get into what did I pick up this week on New Comic Book Day. I don't usually do independent books. You guys know that. I'm more of a DC with a little bit of Marvel sprinkled in. But this week was a really, diverse week. I picked up 3 independent books from 3 different publishers. The first one was more of a cover grab. I'm going to read it later on. This is one of the ones that I didn't get to reading. But it is from Dynamite Comics. And it is a $6 Million Man. And the biggest reason I got this, it was an incentive variant. My comic shop sent it to, sold it to me at regular price, but it is a Yasmin Putri cover, and her covers have been on fire. So decided to pick up $6 Million Man number 1. I think this is volume 3 or 4, not exactly sure. Next, let's get into Boom Studios. I picked up 1 book from Boom, and I'm guessing a lot of you guys did as well. This had been getting some heat, or a lot of people were talking about it. Ronin Island, number 1. This is the A cover. I did get around to reading this. Seems, I didn't really understand, I didn't know what the big deal was with this book. What's going on? And there's these 2 kids on this island of these Ronin. So if you don't understand what a Ronin is, it's kind of like it's a samurai without a master, like the master had died. So now they're Ronins. Well, this island is an island full of people who don't really have a country, right? In the book, they talk about being from 3 different places: China, Korea, and I want to say Japan. I'm not exactly sure. They don't really get into the third. But these 2 kids kind of have a competition at the beginning to see who's going to be the next protector of the island. Don't want to give too many spoilers. I will say that I did enjoy it. I might, with so many books coming out, I'm happy that I got number 1, but I don't know if I'm going to be picking up any more. Let me know in the comments if you got Ronin and what you thought of it. The big one of the week is from Image. You guys are going to know that, and it is Die number 4. Great Stephanie Hans cover there. This is the A cover. There were 2 covers that came out for this. This is a continuation on. If you haven't been reading this, there's a great video that came out last week. I want to say it's John's Comics with Kids with the D Comic Queen. They dive deep into issues 2 and 3, and maybe number 1 was an earlier video. But Die is awesome. It is a mixture of Dungeons and Dragons with Jumanji. In this issue, they get to a new city where they're taken in kind of as heroes because this city and its inhabitants want them to destroy the Grand Master, right? So really dives deeper into the characters' backstories in this issue. It is a really good issue. Every month I'm going to be picking up Die, guys. This is a really good series. Really good series. I really dig the color too, right? So it's kind of like a teal, nice color variation there. Not a color that you see too often. Anyway, so all right. That's it from Independence. 3 books. Usually you get 0 to 1. So got you 3 books this time. Let's get into Marvel. Picked up quite a few Marvel books this week. One Marvel book that I was not able to get to reading before I made this video. It's Avengers number 16. Let me show it to you. Legacy issue 706. I know from just reading the synopsis, this is just a continuation on with that vampire civil war. I think Blade takes a bigger role in this issue. So I wanted to continue reading because it leads into this War of the Realms written by Jason Aaron, which this Avengers is written by Jason Aaron. So have not decided yet if I'm really going to be digging deep into that War of the Realms, because as you know, Marvel, if they do a big story, they have to have 1,000 other tie-ins, so you can't just read the one main issue. It's like you have to read all these other issues to really understand what's going on. Kind of pisses me off with Marvel. It's just a big money grab. But, sometimes the stories are just so awesome that you really do want to get into that, into the tie-ins. The book that I just read right before making this video, and I gotta say this, to me, this is the read of the week. A lot of you are gonna say, well, Die was really awesome, and it was, but Star Wars Vader, Dark Visions, this cover is amazing, and these, it looks like these stories, it's only going to be a 5-part like mini series, but it doesn't look like it's a continuation story, right? Like 1 is not going to lead into 2. I think they're separate stories. This one, Vader is in a battle above this planet, and he has to take his ship onto the planet because he got hit or something. And on that planet, he ends up fighting this huge beast called the Ender, and this one little kid is narrating it. So there are people that live on this planet, and they live in the tunnels because this huge beast has destroyed everything on the planet, the surface. So instead of running like the rest of his people do, when Vader starts fighting this beast, he actually watches it, and you're pretty much you're being told the story of the fight through the kid's eyes. And it is amazing. The fight is awesome to me. Vader to me is one of those iconic villains in popular culture, right? Everybody knows Vader, even if they don't read comics or if they've never seen Star Wars, they know that name, Darth Vader. They know what he sounds like, right? So awesome book, guys. I suggest going to pick up Star Wars Vader Dark Visions. All right, let's continue on. A number 1 that came out this week, Meet the Skrulls. Wanted to pick this up because it was a number 1. It's introducing these new characters who are Skrulls. They have been embedded into the world as these normal looking white people but they all have their own different mission, and they're trying to destroy this project that America has going, where if they're able to finish this project, they'll be able to notice the scrolls, with using this, I don't know if it's a machine or whatever it is, because as you know, scrolls are shapeshifters. They can take the form of anything, so you never really know. Really big story that happened maybe 10 years ago was that Secret Invasion, right? The scrolls had taken over. They were a few of our different heroes. Nobody knew who was a scroll and who wasn't. That was a really good story. This Meet the Scrolls, I dig. I suggest you go pick it up just because it's the first appearance of these characters, villains. This little girl really takes the forefront in this issue, because she kind of she's being raised on Earth, so she is more akin to liking the Earthlings and wanting to do things their way. So really dig it. I like it. I'm gonna at least do the next 2 to 3 issues on Meet the Scrolls just to see where they go with this. Next one I picked up, this is Conan the Barbarian, but it is the B cover. This is the Spider Villains cover by Mark Brooks. Has Red Goblin on there, which Red Goblin was really big last year. He's kind of taken a back seat. You really haven't heard from him in a while. Let me drink a little bit of coffee. Excuse me, guys. So, like I said, you really haven't heard from him in a while. So I'm hoping that since he showed up on a cover, even though it is Conan, that maybe he shows back up in the Spider-Man world. As far as Conan goes, I'm absolutely loving this series, Conan the Barbarian. I've said it before, I like this one more than the Savage Sword of Conan. In this issue, it's again like different stories in Conan's history. This one, he's the king, but he's suffering from like a flu, and they call it the civilization flu because he has taken over as king, and there's peace in the world. And Conan's a warrior, a barbarian. He needs to go and fight and kill. And so with all this civilization and these civilized people, and he keeps, his people keep coming up to him talking about taxes and money this and blah, blah, blah. He's got the flu. So every night he has to, he kind of escapes from the castle to go and fight these people and kind of protect the realm. And it's an awesome read, guys. Conan the Barbarian, that is definitely one of my top choices to pick up every month. Let's continue. Avengers No Road Home, number 4. Now this gets me. This is an Avengers book, and you saw there was another Avengers book, but this one says Legacy issue 711, and that other one said Legacy issue 709. So how are they? As far as continuity goes, or I'm lost. Can somebody explain how this is working? So Avengers No Road Home, though, I will say I'm digging this No Road Home. This issue right here gets into the backstory of Nyx, who is she is the goddess of night. Talks about her children, Hypnos, and the other 3, how they were kind of born and what they're doing. Awesome issue. If you didn't really know who Nyx was, this is going to give you an awesome story on why she was imprisoned, why the Olympian gods, why she ends up going back and killing them in that first issue. So definitely a good issue. If you've been reading Avengers No Road Home, continue on, guys. This is gonna play a major role, I believe, in the Marvel Universe. Cosmic Ghost Rider destroys Marvel history, number 1. Guys, I picked this up for the cover because I absolutely love this cover right here with the different iterations of Frank Castle. But I gave it a read, and I really wish I hadn't, because this has got to be my read of the week. Frank Castle is in the past. He goes to his house like the day before his kids and his wife are killed, and he's just there with his son telling the story on how he is a time traveler, superhero, and the different things he's done. I'm not a fan, guys. I apologize. I will not be picking up any more Cosmic Ghost Rider. I can't do it. I picked it up for this cover, and really wish I didn't even read it, guys. I was hoping more than this read. Let me know what you guys thought if you picked it up. Tell me if I'm crazy, if I'm wrong, but it's just not for me. But this book, This is the last book in Marvel. As you can tell, I picked up quite a few Marvel books. Immortal Hulk 14, Alex Ross cover. Look at that cover. I mean, that looks like a picture. It doesn't look like a drawing or a painting. This looks like a photograph. That is amazing. This book, Immortal Hulk, Thunderbolt Ross dies in an earlier issue. This is his third burial. Talk with Betty Ross. You see her throughout the issue. She shows back up at her house, and there's Bruce Banner. I don't want to give you any more than that because that would get into the spoilers. But just know, if you haven't been reading Immortal Hulk, I think you're missing out, guys. The story's been amazing. These covers, in 20, 25 years from now, man, these covers are going to be iconic. These are covers that you're going to wish that you had in your personal collection. Not slabbed, just in the personal collection. Absolutely amazing covers, guys. So that's all I had from, and I say that's all I had. There was quite a few books from Marvel, but that's it for Marvel. Let's get into DC, and there's another shot of that absolutely gorgeous DC Comics Presents 26. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I have that. So happy. All right, first one, total cover grab. Did not read, don't plan on reading, but I got Harley Quinn 59. Derek Chew cover. I know a lot of YouTubers, a lot of comic book collectors are either all in on these covers or they are all out. And every aspect of the cover, they're either in or out. I'm in. I love these sideways covers, Derek Chew, because it's like it's all done on a computer. I think it looks amazing. Some people say it's like color vomit. It's too loud. To me, I dig it. Absolutely amazing to me. But to each his own, right? To each his own. So I'm going to put that right there. Here's two books that I have not been able to get to reading. I will say that this is the disgusting cover of the week. I wish I had not grabbed it, but they didn't have the A cover. Here's the B cover. Justice League 19 by Layfield. Guys, I really thought this cover was going to be okay. But then when I got to the shop, they didn't have the A cover, which I wanted. They only had this B cover. So I said, well, I'm going to grab it because I've been reading Justice League. Have not read this one yet. But this cover is... Oh, let me know what you guys think. Layfield is off on this one. I am not a fan of that cover. And... geez, I don't know what else to say about it. Next one that I grabbed, I have not been able to read. I am going to read it later on today. Young Justice number 3 shows all the members of Young Justice on there. Really want to know what's going on with them on that Opal world. I know a lot of people have been talking about this Teen Lantern. She really hasn't shown up in the book, right? She's kind of in this machine. So I don't know if in this issue she actually shows her face. Now you do see her on the covers, but I think in an actual comic she has not shown up yet. Just like her inside of this robot machine that she makes, a construct that she makes out of her ring. Next up, absolutely love this series. I've been loving it since day one. Adventures of the Super Sons. Jonathan Kent, Superboy, and Damian Wayne, Robin. Absolutely love this duo together. They are a hilarious duo. The dynamic between those two, having to coexist together and work together, is amazing. Peter Tomasi is doing a great job. They are on this prison planet trying to escape. As you know, Rex Luthor, the Lex Luthor Jr., he is turning everybody on this planet into villains from Earth. So you got a lot of first appearances in here of those junior villains. Don't want to give it away, but it is a 12-issue maxi series. This is issue 8. Absolutely been loving it. I'm picking it up every month. All right, let's get into Doomsday Clock number 9. That is the B cover. It has taken like 17 years for issue 9 to come out. It feels like these issues are coming out just, way too staggered. Come on, guys. Every month. Can I get at least every 2 months? I believe this one was like 3 or 4 months. I don't really know what's going on there with Jeff Johns and why he's pushing him out so slow. But you do see a lot of action. I will say, Doomsday Clock #9. You see a ton of action. The heroes get on this. Pretty much every member of the Justice League gets on this spaceship and they ride out to Mars, because whoever it was that tried to take out Superman in the last issue, they're on Mars, which it ends up being Dr. Manhattan, right? So they're trying to take him out. There's a huge fight. I don't want to say what happens, but this one was a good issue. Damn, it took 9 issues for that to finally happen. But Doomsday Clock #9, I will say I like that issue. I dig this cover too, because Dr. Manhattan is pretty much the most overpowered person in comic book history. So he can do whatever he wants, and just with the flick of a wrist, he makes everybody disappear. So I'm liking that. 2 more issues, guys. Let's get through these really quick. Next up, we got Deathstroke 41. That's like that psychedelic 70s cover. This is kind of the lead up into the Terminus Agenda, where Deathstroke is going to be going up against the Teen Titans, which really makes me think of the old 80s story with Deathstroke and the Teen Titans. Absolutely love it. Love Deathstroke going up against the Teen Titans. That just, to me, that feels right. That villain versus those heroes. Be picking up these Terminus Agenda books, because I do believe we're going to get the appearance of this the other. That's who the Titans are looking for. That's who Deathstroke's looking for. Deathstroke 41, awesome read. And last up, guys, Batman 66. This is the A cover. I was really looking for the B cover, but my comic shop didn't have it. So didn't get that. Got the A cover though. Been picking up Batman forever, as you guys know. You see a little bit of Batman in this, but it's more, again, he's in this dream state. And in this dream, it's the questioning Selina Kyle about that letter that she gave him in issue 50 about not wanting to marry him. He needs to be really focused on being a hero. Don't want to give too much. I have no idea when this storyline is going to end, but I really wish it would. Don't know what's going on. He's in this nightmare dream state and he keeps thinking of these really bad things. Not my favorite issue, but it is Batman. I'm going to be picking it up. Let me know what you guys thought of it. So that's all I got, man, this week. And by all I got, it was 17 books. It was a lot. I went all out this week. So let's get into what comic books is Edwin the Comic Jabroni giving away this month, guys. Let's move these out of the way. Move these books out of the way. All right, so what am I giving away this month? If you've been watching any of my live streams with Rod, or I want to say last week, I probably talked about it too. I will be giving away Swamp Thing #1. That's that 100-page comic giant from Walmart. That was that first appearance of Charman, and I want to say Briar the Witch. We'll be giving away Motor Girl #1 from Abstract Studios. This book has picked up some heat because it has been optioned for, I want to say, a TV show. Motor Girl #1. That's the first printing of that. And I'm also giving away Superman #7, another 100-page comic giant. This was that controversial issue with the many deaths of Lois Lane. Not sure if you guys were able to pick that up. I know in a lot of states they don't even have these 100-page comic giants at their Walmart, so want to give back to the comic community. Every Walmart here in San Antonio has a ton of these issues, so wanted to send these out, especially to people that might have a Walmart, around them, but they don't have these there. So for this giveaway, guys, I've got a question for you. #1, obviously, you have to be subscribed to my channel, right? Comic Jabroni, I'm putting stuff out every week. I totally appreciate all my subscribers and everybody that comments. #2, here's one that I'm adding in. Follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to build up my Instagram profile. Right now, I'm like a little bit over 200 subscribers or followers on Instagram. I would definitely like more. Guys, my Instagram page is a mixture of comic books and my fitness life, I guess you can say. I post workout videos and I post different things like that. I'm always up to answer questions about fitness as well, guys. I'm not just a comic jabroni, but I am the macho man when it comes to the gym. So absolutely love answering questions about fitness. If you guys ever have any questions about, I hate the word dieting, but maybe lifestyle changes, or maybe what you should be doing in the gym, what you need to do, maybe to cut a few lbs or maybe to gain a few lbs, let me know, guys. I'm always up to answer and help you out. So subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, like this video, guys. It's too easy. There's a thumbs up button right over there. Go ahead and like the video. And in the comments section, I have a question. If you could only collect one superhero or supervillain comic, which one would it be? I'm an absolute huge Batman Joker fan, so for me it would be the Batman series. I'd have a hard time between Batman and Detective Comics, but I'd probably go with the Batman series in itself. Let me know, what would you collect? Would it be just Amazing Spider-Man? Would it be Action Comics, Superman? Would it be Avengers? You know, so you get a mixture of a bunch of superheroes in there. If there was one series that you could only get, which one would it be? So thanks again, everybody, for watching. I know I've been slacking in the last week about putting videos out, but this week is midterms week at school, so I'm really trying to do that, trying to get some good grades, guys. So thanks for watching, and I will see you on Saturday for Coast to Coast with me. Another special guest again with Rod the Rican and Jeffrey Comican. So until next time, guys, take it easy. Peace.